Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss step-by-step application process of DePauw University for undergraduate program. So DePauw University is a private liberal arts college and it offers a great deal of scholarships as well as financial aid. So let's get started with the application process of DePauw University. So first of all, you have to search for DePauw University in Google and then click on the first link that appears. This page will appear and you have to scroll down to look for the necessary information. Alright, so here we can see all the necessary and contact information is given here. So we are having options of schedule a visit, apply now and request info. If you need any kind of information or if you have any kind of query, you can click request info. But now we are going to click on the apply now button. Upon scrolling the website, we can see we have options here: first year applicants, international applicants and transfer applicants. So we are international applicants and we are going to choose this option. If you're a first year applicant or a transfer applicant, you should go for the other two options. But now we are gonna conduct international applicants application process. So I clicked on that. Here we can see a page appears in front of us. You can scroll it down and look for relevant information. So here we have options like apply for first year and apply for transfer. So we are going to click on apply for first year. So here we have options. We can apply through common app. If you already have a common app, put your email and password in these boxes and you'll start your application using common app credentials. So if you have already, you can enter that and sign in through common app. If you don't, you can create an account and then proceed. So we have another option as well, DePauw application. In this option, we are going to apply through the DePauw application form. So I'm going to choose that. And here we can see if you're a returning user, you can click on login. If you're a first time user, you can create an account. So this process is quite simple and basic almost in every application process. So we are gonna enter our email address, our full name and birth date, and we'll receive an email through our Gmail account. So after logging in, we can see step 1 is application details. So here they're asking some questions, in which question number 1 is, have you previously applied to this university? So we're going to select no. And the question number 2 is, do you intend to apply for need-based financial aid? So we're going to select yes and then click continue. All right, and if you are underprivileged, do click yes to the question of getting financial aid. All right, moving forward, this section you have to enter your biogeographical information. This is very simple and very easy. You just have to put your name, your address, your date of birth and stuff like that, and you'll be good to go. As you can see through the screen, enter the languages that you know, your address, your country, your basically your district where you live, and then answer a few questions like, do you need a visa to enter US, and if yes, then what kind of visa is required. So you have to answer all these questions accurately and honestly and according to your own information. Write down your city where you live, your citizenship, the country where you live right now. So you have to put all these information accurately and precisely. You can have a look. I'm applying for a student from Pakistan. So after that, click on continue and you will be directed towards the next step, which is household information. So here we have to list all the parents, guardians, and any siblings who live with you or like who lives with the applicant. We have to put their information like their email address, their name, their status, and their relationship to us. So additionally, we've been asked few more questions about our parents' status, and then about do we have children or not. We have to mention that as well. And then they're asking that are we first generation college students. So if you're a first generation college student, click on yes, and if you're not, so you have to choose no. You should enter the information of your parents, as well as your siblings and those who lives with you, or like who are dependent on your family. So you have to enter that information, and after that you have to click on continue. The next step that we have is academic details. Here you have to mention your all academic details, like your certifications, your degrees. So they will ask the institution for the confirmation of your academic records, and for that purpose you have to enter your school name and the email address that is linked to them. All right, so after that we have academic history. You have to answer that. Then we have another question. They're asking that our current or more most recent year courses. So was that a semester, trimester, quarter, or yearly? So you have to choose yearly. Then do mention your subjects that you've studied in your previous degree or certificate. After that, we have to mention our honors and awards, and then click on continue. In this step, basically, you have to write about your extracurricular activities, your love for music, your achievements, as well as your involvement in different activities. So you have to mention all this information according to your activities in your circle, in your community. So first of all, they're asking that is there any organization which is helping you out in this application process? So you have to choose no. And then we have to write about our extra curricular involvement. So we have two options here. We can either upload a resume, or we can list the activities number wise, and we can enter as many activities as we were involved in or are involved in. Then we have responsibility and circumstances check. So read this section carefully and answer according to your own self. This section is really crucial in awarding financial aid and scholarships. So I would definitely recommend to go through this information and pick the information which is relevant to you. And after that, click on continue, and you will get to the next part or section of the application process. So in the section DePauw interest, they're asking us about our academic interests. They are basically asking us to choose from the options they've provided, that what is the interest of the student, basically what this person or the students want to study uh, during his or her program. Afterwards, they're asking about our extracurricular interests, so you have to choose according to your own interests. And then we have to answer that what kind of music instruments are we good at. Then we have honor and fellows interests. So here you have to click all the programs that they're offering, and you're interested about. So you have to choose only those programs which you think are interesting. So after clicking continue, we are on the page of letter of recommendations. So as its name indicates, we have to mention our recommenders, our referees, their email addresses, their phone number, their information, their name, their designation, and their relationship to the applicant. Then we have test scores section. So if you've ever conducted a test like ACT or SAT, you should click yes and then enter the information related to that. If you haven't, then simply click on no and proceed with the continue. Alright, this is the most important and the most crucial section of the entire application process. If you want a separate video on how to write an essay or SOP or personal statement, do let me know in the comment section. For now, you have to read this out and keep these points in your mind while writing your essay. So, after completing your essay, you have to upload a PDF or a Word document of your essay here. So if we scroll down, we can see scholarship consideration short answer questions. If you are willing to be considered for scholarship, answer these questions and demonstrate your leadership qualities in these answers, and then click on continue. So you're almost done with your application. Here you can review your application, and with the review you can edit it as well. So if you're satisfied with your application and you don't want to edit something, do click on submit application and then click on OK, and your application will be submitted accurately and correctly. Now you can check your email, and you get an confirmation email of submission of the application, and this is your portal. So for more such videos, do subscribe, like, share and comment.